Hello everyone, you are on the stokratzoom channel, and today's video will be about the repair of a microscope, patented technology of a non-eyepiece microscope with 3D imaging. Vision Engineering's Mantis microscope with magnification of 2, 4, 6, or 8 times. Since this microscope does not have eyepieces but simply a screen, the eyes get less tired, allowing for longer viewing of the object, and overall it is much more convenient. This microscope can be used for repairing various electronics, in jewelry making, in dentistry, and probably in many other areas. These microscopes started being produced around the 2000s, and currently, in used condition, they can cost between $600 and $800. Its main advantage, in my opinion, is the clear three-dimensional image with a wide field of view. Going ahead, I can say that it is quite simple to repair and maintain. Perhaps once every few years, or maybe once a year, it needs to be disassembled and blown out with air. I am repairing such a microscope for the first time. I have no idea what is inside, so please do not judge too harshly. If you like my content and occasionally watch my videos but haven't subscribed yet, I kindly ask you to subscribe to the channel. Now, let's see what is inside. As you can see, I have already unscrewed some parts. That is, I have separated the two halves. I have unscrewed many screws, but not all of them that are needed. In general, the screws that need to be unscrewed, if everything fits, are located one behind this spotlight and the other behind this spotlight. Also, there are two in this place. So here a screw was screwed in, and here as well. In general, almost everything here is in mirrors, only 1 or 2 lenses. The owner of this microscope uses it in the production of artificial teeth. So everything here is very dusty. First of all, before telling more, although there is very little information on the internet about this optical scheme and how it all works, I want to blow it out. First, I won't wipe it, because it's quite difficult. I just want to blow it out. I'll take the gun from the compressor, and I just think that will be enough. Here too, on the mirrors, look how much dust there is. Well, let's continue. I blew air on the optics. However, that was not enough. There is still a slight haze left on the mirrors, and I wiped it all slightly with cotton. There is very little information about this microscope. I found a video on the internet. It dates back to around 2012. In that video, from 2012, they also disassembled such a microscope and wiped the mirrors with cotton. What I want to generally say in the observation mode. First, the image passes through this lens, for example, an 8x magnification. Here is such a cap. It is somewhat damaged, but to understand, this protective cap of the main lens can essentially be replaced if it is severely damaged. You can cut a simple glass of this diameter, order it from a glass cutter, place it in the holder, and replace it. You can look through the microscope with or without this cap. It is simply for protection. This objective, when you essentially look at an image, inverts the image. After this, the image passes to a group of mirrors. There are 4 here, and these mirrors also invert the image. If you take just a group of mirrors, you see the image is inverted. So, first the objective inverts the image once And then the group of mirrors inverts it again, and the image becomes correctly oriented again. There are also two projectors on this part of the microscope. Now, look, they just bend a little bit more. And there are two objectives of the revolving type. This is how the magnification changes. There is also a desiccator in this place. Well, I think this is a desiccator that removes moisture. I will set this part aside for now. And now we move on to the second part of the microscope. It is also very interesting. I have probably repeated several times that I am seeing this for the first time, disassembling it for the first time. I found some information on the internet, but there is very little, as this entire optical scheme is patented. And the optical schemes exist. I did not find them on the internet. In this 12-year-old video, I noticed that this mirror is secured in the same way as here. At first, I thought that someone might have done something here because I thought it was improperly secured in this place. In fact, it is secured the same way in that video as well. Indeed, here the mounting, this plastic is cracked. If you slightly pull the casing apart like this, the mirror shifts. I will need to try to secure it somehow, fix it, or glue it. This mirror is slightly misaligned. I turned this part of the microscope upside down. The image, in this case, actually comes from below, from the mirrors. Well, you understand how it is, like this. So the image spreads upwards from below, as I turned it here. Now it goes from top to bottom. There is one mirror here. At the very bottom, there is a second mirror. And in the middle, at an angle, I'm not sure what the exact angle is, possibly 45 degrees, there is a semi-transparent mirror. It transmits part of the beam and reflects part of it. On this side is the screen. This is a magnifying lens. When one image hits this semi-transparent mirror, part of the image goes down, reflects off the lower mirror, returns back to the semi-transparent mirror, and then reflects onto the screen. The other part, more precisely the first beam, which is not flying but spreading, goes down to this semi-transparent mirror, reflects off this mirror, and then hits the screen. And in this way, two images are produced. When we look with our eyes at these two images, our brain combines these two images into one. And it seems to us that we see some kind of three-dimensional picture that is stereo vision. This mirror is positioned at a slight angle to provide an image for one eye, while the lower mirror creates an image for the other eye. It can also be adjusted to change the interpupillary distance. The owner of this microscope says that sometimes it seems to him that the image doubles. I also seem to have noticed something. In short, I have serious doubts about how much this can be adjusted at home. First of all, it needed to be cleaned, and I cleaned it. I wiped everything with a cotton pad here too, and now I believe that the most important thing is to mount it in such a way that there are no problems. You see, there is a broken mount there. I think to myself, I'm still not sure if everything is assembled and glued. Maybe the doubling effect will disappear. I don't know how clear it is to you, but I'm showing with the laser pointer. In short, There are 3 points on the semi-transparent mirror, and on these simple mirrors, there is 1 point each, and in the final version, 2 beams come out. Do you see? I'm shining the pointer, and 2 beams come out. And now I want to say a few more words about, well, if it can be called that, adjusting the microscope. Probably every owner should do this for themselves. Here is a screw on the outside. In the middle there is a mirror mount, and this part is spring-loaded, and when you turn it like this, the plate bends, pressing either closer to the body or moving away from it. And in this way, I think you can reduce some of the doubling if you are experiencing it.
Well, as you saw, disassembling and assembling this microscope is quite simple. And then I placed this crosshair, looked at the screen from different angles, tried to catch the double vision, adjusted the rear screw a bit, and in my opinion, the microscope is now fully functional and does not double at all. Next, I filmed a bit through the microscope, so you understand shooting this with a phone is not very effective, because what you see with your eyes is a completely different effect. You actually see a three-dimensional image. The phone will not convey this because you are only applying it to one exit pupil. There will be salt, sugar that I filmed, as well as an ant nest and real teeth that were removed from a living person. Thank you all for watching the video. If you liked it, don't forget to like, and see you next time.